Okay, welcome back to our video. I got cut off there at the end on problem 82, so I'm going to pick up where I left off. Glenn and his dad were planning a hike in Death Valley National Park. They planned to start their hike at 25 feet below sea level, so they're starting at negative 25 feet. Have lunch at 9 feet below their start and finish their hike at 15 feet above where they lunched. So wherever they had lunch, they're going to go up 15 feet. What will be the altitude at the end of their hike? So like I said, they start at 25 feet below. We're below sea level, so that's going to be negative 25. Look for these keywords. We talked about keywords in our last video notes. Below wasn't one of them, but you should know by now that below would be considered a negative value and above would be a positive value. So look for those keywords such as below and above. So we have negative 25 feet. They have lunch 3 feet below where they start. So we're going even more negative 9 more feet. So I got negative 25 feet minus 9 feet. Now I'm going to think about our song, perhaps from the first video from concept 1. Same signs, add and keep. Different signs, subtract. Well, do we have the same signs or different signs? And looking here, we have the same signs. These are both negative, okay? So same signs, add and keep. 25 plus 9 is going to be 34, okay? Add and keep. So keep meaning the sign. They both have the same one, so you're going to keep that sign as your answer. So now at lunch, we're at negative 34 feet. Okay? The next part of our question says they finished their hike at 15 feet above where they lunched. So we're having lunch at negative 34 feet. And now it's going to be 15 feet above that. So plus 15 feet this time. Okay? Now let's go back to our song. Same signs, add and keep. Different signs, subtract. Now these have different signs, negative and positive. So we're going to subtract, and we get 19 feet. Keep the sign of the bigger one, and then you'll be exact. So the bigger one here is 34, and that's a negative. So keep the sign of the bigger value. Negative 15 feet is where they're going to end up. Okay? Excuse me. 83. Betty wanted to use her tax refund to pay some bills and buy supplies for her parents' anniversary party. Her refund check was $600, and she paid a $75 cell phone bill, a $250 car payment, and a $110 credit card payment. How much money does she have left over to buy party supplies? So her refund check was $600. And she paid $75 for a phone bill, so subtract $75. And then she paid $250 for a car payment, and then $110 for a credit card payment. Now, a lot of times during math, I get asked questions, when will I ever use this in life? When am I ever going to need math in life? This is a perfect example. No matter what profession you go into when you are an adult and you graduate from high school, it doesn't matter. Everybody pays bills. So this would be a good example of when you're ever going to use algebra or arithmetic in your life, okay? So $600 minus $75 minus $250 minus $110. And she is left over with $165 for party supplies. Okay, last one, 86. Nick is working, excuse me, this is where I got cut off on my last video, so I'm just crossing it out. Nick is working on a monthly budget, so that you don't get confused, I'm sorry. His monthly income is $500, and he is allocated, that's a fancy word, basically allowed, $200 for savings, $100 for vehicle expenses, and $75 for clothing. How much is available to spend on entertainment? So just like our previous example with Betty, Nick's monthly budget is $500. He allows himself $200 for savings, so he's going to put $200 of this money into a savings account, so subtract $200, and that's going to give us 3. You'll notice that this time I'm taking this problem one step at a time as opposed to the previous example. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, $100 for vehicle expenses. So he puts aside $100 for his car, you know, maybe to put gas in his car, to get an oil change, which once again is something you're going to have to do as adults. No matter what profession you're in, life's daily tasks never change. So oil changes, bills, all these things apply to you. Let's keep going. And $75 for clothing. So minus another $75 because he needs to get some clothes. Okay, so now we are left with $125 for entertainment. You can do a lot with that. Okay, any of the problems that have not been circled are for you to do on your own. So we have 76, 77, 79, 81, 84, and 85. Take a good look. These are the examples that you need to finish on your own. Make sure you have this packet or this page of your packet finished when you come to class tomorrow, and don't forget to answer your questions in Schoology. I'll see you tomorrow.